see that Chris Compton got a bright blue Ferrari with the Italian tricolore colours striped all around logos. Jago Keane is out there in the car number 50, they're very pretty 308 GTB, the Magnum car, remember the Top Select series of that name. And yeah, that car, just before he did the Thruxton historic event earlier in the year, he basically just let his team attack it with a set of marker pens to draw flowers and leaves and things like that all over it. So a very free-form livery there from Jago Keane. And slots back into 6th place, but Wayne Mars boxed down again immediately, trying to fight back though to look at 3rd for Colin Sauter. He knows he doesn't want to let those cars get away as he did in the race earlier in the day. So it's going to be a battle there, but it's very interesting. Hotman who've gone away nicely.
Yes, that's right, the healing.
From Wayne Mars, Tim Mockridge, the next car up the road. We saw Wayne Mars reel in Tim Mockridge and I think down the inside into paddock, if I remember correctly, in race 1 when he played. So maybe not Tim Mockridge Mars. Is he going to do anything different? And Colin Sauter fighting back the grey cabriolet of the red F355 challenge car with the broad white band.
Two cars, but faster than both. Wayne Mars, fastest up the race, car number 60, 55.039. So it does appear in this final race of Festival Italia for 2025, the battle is on at the front of the field.
It is top four looking very, very close. Garrett Coleman just behind him, steps a couple of lengths off. He's racing in the not necessarily racing those cars in front. He's when his own car from, if he could, he is in the lighter, smaller engine 328G.
Mars didn't quite work out into the corner for Wayne Mars. What about the way out and the way up towards Harewood Hill? We had a look to the inside. Can he find a Ferrari side gap? Not quite. So Chris Simpson, the race 1 winner, does not have the pace seemingly at the start of race 2. And it's the car at the back of Rito GTB who has just set the fastest lap of the race at 55.0.
That's right, they're battling. I see that car actually, Garrett Coleman, been very, very successful in that car up to
into Paddock Hill Bend for Wayne Mars, and this time it's worked out. It's 2nd place for car number 60, Wayne Mars, and he's not very far away at all from the race leader. Meanwhile, Colin Sauter fancies a bit of the outside move as well, and he's alongside Tim Mockridge. Everbed also goes through up into 3rd position, so not going to plan for Tim Mockridge. It's down to 54.9 seconds was the lap time. We did do a 54.2 in the earlier race for Wayne Mars, so lap time not quite yet as fast as they were in race number 1 of the weekend. But it's very interesting for Italia for 2025 between these front group. There's still 5 cars together. Car number 46 is the leader, that's Tristan Simpson. 2nd is number 60, Wayne Mars. 3rd and 26, Colin Sauter. 4th and 34, Gary Culver.
It is, yeah, but we think these cars should get quicker using a lot of fuel. They are getting lighter lap by lap by lap. And again, it's a train of 5 cars coming through Clark Cove onto this race so far. And if anything, now the lead pair have just pulled out a little gap over Colin Sauter, who I think is going to start coming under pressure from Tim Mockridge.
This was the Superformance Ferrari Club Classic Series race. He just set the fastest lap of the race at 54.647, 2nd lap. And they turn their way through the left-hand for the 30s, then they turn right. He's in the car's pretty good in a straight line down the Babylon Straight. So can Wayne Mars still leads with Wayne Mars in 2nd.
Nicely done from Tristan Simpson, basically saw what was going to happen with Wayne Mars, did just what he had to without necessarily compromising his own speed. Briefly looked around to see if he could run all the way around the outside and drew it downhill, and this is letting Colin Sauter come back towards them. So I said, like we go, Colin Sauter has a spin, Wayne Mars has a full spin, he got the car through 90 degrees and then managed to hold it, but he's tumbled right down the order. That's Lance Kearney tumbling right down the order is Wayne Mars. That's dropped him all the way down to 7th.
Also Tim Mockridge is 3rd, Gary Culver is 4th, Lance Kearney is up into 5th position. In 6th place is Chris Butler. In 7th place is the recovering Wayne Mars. So Wayne Mars lost about 14 seconds in that rotation. Meanwhile in 8th and by Lewis Sharman in 9th on the back of the complete top 10.
That's right, yeah, Wayne Mars just wondering how I said, yeah, we've really seen any effect. What if that wasn't Wayne Mars' tyres just so he couldn't
on that lap, Gary Culver in car number 34. He's now only 1.9 behind Tristan Simpson. That is the gap. Separate the top 4 cars. It's slowest off the 4 on that lap, Simpson. So Colin Sauter, he got 6 tenths, so just 9 tenths of a second separated on to battle, which is headed by car number 36, Lewis Sharman in the 3-8 challenge. That's another battle to look out for around the circuit. But just managing things here, I wonder, Paul. Or is the car not handling as he would like?
I think if he's managing things, then it's a great man, isn't it? Because he's managing them at a very, very two out of him through Druids as they're coming down the hill. Just seems to be just a little bit defensive, making sure there's no room down the inside before moving across to take the line he wants to. But all of this is say, it's those cars behind have seen the top four all race. Absolutely superb. But Gary Culver is now looking a little bit racy on Tim Aldridge. I thought Gary Culver would like to get a nice one. It's out, it's gone inside. Tristan Simpson has gone wide. Has
Got three positions, such was the closeness of the cars. You described four and 30s, and they were the closest they have been, and then Tristan Simpson found that out when he made a mistake at clearways, went in between each car as they turned their way through the 14th lap of the race. Tristan Simpson, he hasn't got any pace at all really, in the 58-second bracket, so something shortly he's going to come under pressure from Barnes Kearney, who is there in fifth place.
That's right, it was interesting, wasn't it? Because he went wide, he didn't spin or anything, but he went wide and obviously lost. He's going to try and rejoin without losing too many places, or he joins it straight in front of another car. Oh, I'm quite sure that was the cleverest thing to do. But that now means
there he was unsure which way to challenge, and whether that was sort of by design or not. Tim Mockridge was able to hang on to the lead into Bannister Bend, so it's car number 4, the new leader, Tim Mockridge. Second is number 34, Gary Culver. 26 for 60, Wayne Mars completes the top 6 positions. And as they turn their way down into
going into Paddock Hill, what goes wrong for them?
Tim Mockridge should be hoping it's a different story for him while he leads the race. Position, whatever issue is affecting his car, he's lapping 2 to 3 seconds off the pace where we would expect the race winner to be. Behind the top 6 in 7th position is number 5, Chris Butler. In 8th position is car number 12, Diego Kiva, only just because as he turns into Paddock Hill Bend, he has the car number 24 all over the back of him.
We've seen previously the F355 seem to have plenty of room, until suddenly they don't have plenty of room. And then we see Wayne Mars go off onto the grass. We've then seen a long time leader Tristan Simpson go wide and not be able to on this part of the circuit. Certainly his 328 right together. There's less than a length or so between the lighter car. Maybe he has
just over 4 minutes to go. It should translate to 5 laps of the Brands Hatch Indy. Cole with the brakes later into the Druids hairpin, looks to go around the outside. Cole might make it into the corner, then they come out of the corner and go downhill into Graham Hill Bend, and that lighter 328.
Again, that 328 GTB closes up tremendously on them, pulls up that gap a little bit. The moment the cars want to break it is Gary Culver taking yards out of him with the brakes.
There's a big battle going on for 4th position, meanwhile, between multiple times Wayne Mars has drawn alongside Barnes Kearney, that has not been able to find him. In 5th car number 60, Wayne Mars was a good battle continued while the lead battle continues up towards Clearways corner. Again, sliding around is the 2nd place car, fully on alongside in the right positions. It has Gary Culver, but he's giving it a very, very good go with 3 laps of racing left up towards Paddock Hill when they go. Half a second separates these 2 different Ferrari sports cars. A 3-car battle to lap before the race is over.
It's going to be very close. I think we actually the last lap, depending where they catch them, how they catch them, and how those cars see them coming, will really depend what's going on. 355 could be the key factor here. But yeah, great battle going. Still that great battle, like you were saying about going on for 4. But
So much later on the brakes into Paddock Hill, getting closer to those cars that could go a lap down. Tim Hawkins' point of view, it would be easier if they don't catch those 3 cars, and he can seize up the race. So he's certainly going as quickly as he can in the race leading car, but he's not able to get away from Gary Culver. They go into Clearways, there's 1 lap to go. And
inside there is no gap there. That's going to compromise his exit and let catch those back markers. I think they might just stay out in front and stay clear. I think they've got about 3 second lap advantage. There might be just 3 seconds. When they are greeted by the checker flag with those cars around them, pushing second over Gary Culver. So Tim Mockridge wins Class 5. Gary Culver wins Class 4. And we've lost that lead. Wayne Mars, another car to spin by battling at the front. Kearney in the white F355 comes home in 5th place, car number 8. And in 6th place, number 46, again, another long-time leader, went wide through Clearways and tumped in car number 46. It was a 6th place base. We see car number 5, Chris Butler, is 3-2, which is Peter Everingham, a 328 GTB. And rounding out the top 10, and first in Class 2 is Jago Keane, car number 50, in his very, very pretty 308 GTB. So that is our absolute cracker from the superb Superformance Ferrari Club Classic field. So we're absolutely delighted that they finished the day in style there. We will be hearing